As you can see, there are a lot of people, or you will see anyway, a lot of people already outside of the lab. With all the traffic, I expect, pedestrian traffic on the trails, that's going to make it harder to find and see things, and there may be fewer things to see. Hello there. Hi, Miyoko.
Wow,
how are you?
You all set and everything. Yeah, I think the rafters are
on the other side.
I have not seen your setup like that.
I've never used this setup like this. It's a little different today.
Awesome.
So we'll see how it works out.
All right. It's great to see you.
Good to see you. That was the wonderful Miyoko Chu of the Lab of Ornithology. I'm gonna. Thank you. Come on out.
I'm sorry.
Come on out. Oh, go ahead. Thank you. I appreciate that. After you.
Thank you.
Now, I may lose a lot of you because of the signal. We'll see how things go. That's one of the reasons why we're on method 3 today. Let me put you on the tripod, if I can. Oh, you know what? 1 second here. Come on, wires. And let me straighten a couple things out. You can see the lab is a hub of activity. Let's stop right here for a moment. And let me straighten other things out. Let's start over here.
What do you want?
And we'll zoom in on one or more of the signs. I'm recording, just so you know. I can see that we're probably having a hard time staying connected. Hello there. Thank you. Let's zoom in on the sign and see what the sign says that's welcoming everybody. For those who don't know, the lab is celebrating 100 years this year. This is what we're going to go look at, the raptors out on the patio. So let's see if we can go out there and see something and see how it goes. Okay, I'll stay here for a moment. Maybe the less light, the better. I'm not good in pictures. That's why I stay behind the camera.
Morning,
We might take a look at some of the exhibits when we come back in. You know, I'm rather have everything, to ourselves. It's great to see this kind of activity here at the lab. I see a red-tailed hawk. I don't know if that's someone we know or not. Well, it is. It could be Eleanor. It could be E3. I don't know. I suspect it's E3 because of the eye color. Let's take a look.
This is weird. I've never seen you in person.
You're lucky.
I hear you. I see your videos. Never met you in person. Oh, okay. Because I'm thinking, who's this? Is that what you walk around with outside?
It depends.
Yeah. Because I know you're always carrying stuff.
I change the setup depending on what I think I will work best or what I need.
So 2 cameras, though, 2 video cameras.
Sometimes.
So you can switch back and forth,
or well, it depends on what I need, really. Sometimes I'll use a couple cameras so I can do a different work with editing later.
What do you mean by different work with editing?
Well, I could do.
Ferris, who we see, he walks around here a lot with the cameras, and we see it online.
Sometimes just I might use some of the footage from one camera if it was better than the footage from the other camera. So it
you have different settings or something on them, different light settings.
Well, this one's on a wider view than this one right now.
Oh, okay. So you can do different views. Cool. Look at this, carrying around the cameras, the lenses. So he's always carrying stuff around. You don't see him. I've never met him in person and never seen his face.
You're much better off without seeing me, believe me.
The only reason that I've met Carl is because he goes to the events, and you haven't been to the events that I've been to.
Oh, I see.
That's why I hadn't met you. Carl comes to the events all the time, so I've seen him in person, so I knew what he looked like. Yeah. So you get to know people without ever meeting them. You might know the name. You totally see that cool.
And now you put a face to the name.
Yeah, you put a face to the name. Right.
Yeah, very nice.
So now I see this
What
setup
a beautiful face. Now you can see the eyes are still light.
Is that a female? Yeah. So if you put them side by side, it's crazy.
Well, even if you see the R, it's pretty awful.
I'm guessing this is E3. I assume it's E3. The tail has turned red, which is about right in terms of timing. We still see some of the other coloring that it had when it was younger, and I don't know if that will change or not. I am live right now. If you have a smartphone, you could tune in.
Right. So you could, on your phone, we could tune it. You can see it later. It's always saved. You can watch it later. Yeah.
So he's already. I'm down there at Big Farm. Oh wow. Down the road away.
What a beautiful hawk. Now we'll look at some of the other birds of prey also while we're here.
Yeah. So that's why he's
Let's get you on the tripod.
Vertebrae room with its skinning of hawk.
Yeah. He's actually doing really well. He's adjusting very well. As you can see, he's fine on the glove. He's fine around people. So, yeah, he's a great programmer. Very beautiful.
We expected nothing less.
Yeah, right.
Birds that was born on camera last week, right?
Which people?
The female red-tailed.
Oh, I don't think so. She's about 80.
Yeah, Ashes of the face painting. Let's compete up with them.
Quite a beautiful bird, but really we can't say we are surprised. Given
It's
how
not
tall
E3, is it?
it is E3.
Oh, he's bigger than I thought.
Oh, he's the same size as when he left the nest. If anything, maybe a little bit smaller now.
I've never seen him in person though, so he seems smaller. Does he E3?
And he now has a red tail.
Yes, he does. He looks good.
The designers told him to put one in.
He's doing well today. Aren't you, sweetie?
Now, Sweetie's not here today.
Does he have a hawk friend?
Actually, they do have another hawk in the program.
Please. Please don't hang near my face.
One of the other birds. Oh
How many years have you been in the program?
So I started freshman year, so I've been here for 2 years, starting my junior year.
What got you interested in it?
Yeah, so I was really interested in raptors before coming to Cornell, and then I ran into the Cornell Raptor program at Club Fest, and I was very interested. I joined, and I've been in it ever since. I really love it. It's a great time, and I get to learn a lot about these birds, handle them.
His right shoulder that was that slumps
Yeah, just a little, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the one that's off.
Yeah, his right wing.
Does he get any therapy for it? Does he get scar tissue?
So when he was at the Wildlife Health Center, he got a lot of treatment there. We're trying to kind of keep him, keep his wing from re-injuring or stuff like that. We're keeping a good eye on him. He's able to fly around in his room, so that's good. He's adapting really well. So.
Do you ever get him partially live animals?
No, we do not. Yeah.
What is it?
Take some stills myself.
Yeah. We tend to just stay away from getting our birds flying. So.
It might be disease.
That and it's like I feel like it's for a lot of comedians too. I'm not really sure.
It might be fun to do it once a week for a little stimulation like the pairing screen gets from that.
Yeah.
Is he have some sort of activity so he doesn't get bored?
Yeah, so we like to handle it a lot, just to give them that social kind of, and help them adjust. We let him outside, perch him outside so he gets to enjoy the weather outside.
Open and close thing?
Sorry?
Like an enclosure?
Oh, we put him right on a perch outside, so it's straight right on. Open and close. He's tied up.
Do you ever hear his parents?
I'm not sure about that.
So you've known him a long time. They're going to get you when you grow up. They'll miss you.
Yeah.
I bet you're his favorite. I think there's a picture of you with the red shirt. Maybe it was
Oh, yeah. Yeah, was it the one at the med school open house? Yeah.
And what's your name?
That was Eleanor.
How much longer will you stay here?
So 2 more years until I graduate, so still have a lot of time to learn more about
Do
it.
you stay in Ithaca or you don't?
I don't know yet. We'll have to see.
Study.
So I'm a biological engineer. Currently on the pre-med track, but we'll see if that stays.
see him in person though.
What kind of bird is this? This is a red-tailed hawk. So you can see by his red tail. So when you I'm sure he does. Like he's trying to snap at those yellow jackets that are.
Yellow
Let's go look at some of the other birds for Oh, there's a great blue heron out there.
You'll be the other way.
No, that's okay.
Hi Ferris, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How about you?
I'm doing well. There were 2 green herons there as well, but they've flown off.
Oh well. We've had a lot of good looks at them this year.
Yeah, the green.
Mm-hmm.
green hanging at the opposite end of the island.
Is there still one out there?
I don't know if it's still out there or not.
One just flew across.
We just came along the path and we were watching it from along the trail.
Let's go back to the raptors over here. Let's look at I think it's a Eurasian owl.
Is that you want to go back there, Esther? Oh, no, no, yeah. Okay, all right. Oh, excuse me.
That's okay. Now we've seen really all these raptors before, I believe. Still something striking about the color of those eyes.
I care about.
You know, this will be interesting. We don't normally see this how they're put in a cage. So let's take a look at the spectacled owl.
Are very much threatened by us, so we limit our contact with them and limit our non-invasive our barred owls. They are wild birds that happen to
We're not going to be able to hear them talk much because we're back where we're going to push people, and I don't want to push our way in. That wouldn't be right.
they're just not
Can't see anything now. Pardon me?
She's also not native, so she's South American. So a lot of race, but we're flown now, but they have to fly them all the way down to the rainforest of South America.
To collect them all back.
This is a great horn owl, I believe.
So this fellow's pretty fun.
What kind of owl is it?
He's a great horned owl.
Great horned owl.
Hey, Bob.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Well, the raptor skin is kind of like
That's fine.
I want you to be in the raptor program.
We were debating this because I don't remember her personal history. I believe she's somewhere between 7 and 9. She is an adult. She's nowhere near middle-aged even because she's in captivity. So she is a while ago, but this is her adult image.
Those are cool, aren't they? Awesome. So what's your Oh, good.
She's fine. South America. This is she's one of our spectral owls.
Okay, that's a great horn, right?
Yes, it is. It's very pale birds.
No. Okay, let me look at this picture.
You guys have any questions or anything?
What kind of an owl is that?
She's a spectacled owl.
A spectacle owl?
Yeah, they're named because of the markings on their face make it look like they have glasses.
The owl wearing glasses?
Hey. You don't know me, but I just like feel like I know you from watching all your live
Well,
streams.
thanks for watching, I guess. Like I said, it is crowded, so it's sometimes hard for us to get a look at everybody. I believe it's above.
So there's this guy who comes saying, hey, free meal.
We can hear, I believe we're hearing the spectacled owl every once in a while with some vocalization.
They'll be shocked. We've had him for 20 years now. And he's which means that he can be maybe 30 years and just for reference, I was born in 1995 when he was last year. Oh my god. Fortunately for him, nothing there. So fortunately for him, he actually has a friend. Nina lost her left wing. So as a result, there's kind of this two-headed owl interactive program. They'll usually sit next to each other. So whenever someone wants to spread out their wings,
The grateful heron is walking along a little bit. We may go look at it again.
It's not. They're usually very solitary. We just keep it indoors together because we're together. But for the most part, they are like birds. Really? Which way do we want to or breeding birds.
I like to go read Not that I don't like nickname, but I like So you did Ohio there before, right?
Let's go look at our grateful heron friend. Especially since the crowds have cleared a little bit. Sorry.
Thank God I went online to double check the time of this meeting, and I go and it says Sunday. Thank goodness I checked. I'd show up with my gift. Birds are crazy.
Oh, a little too deep. It does look like an adult, but I don't know who it is. I wish the lily pads weren't there. We'd have a much better look with the nice reflection on the calm water. There's a bird up above it too. I don't know who that is. Let's look at that too, if we can. It's hard for me to tell, but it looks like a flycatcher of one sort or another. And it flew off, but I see maybe because of another flycatcher. Back to the grateful heron. I see some birds in the air up high. Let's see if we can see them. If I had to guess, they're...
What do we got out there? It's flitting up and back. You know?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what we have out there?
Up in the air?
Yeah, that was.
I don't... I'm looking at some larger birds up in the air more distantly.
Okay.
The big soaring.
Mm-hmm. If I had to guess, they're turkey vultures, but I don't know. Maybe not. I think they are.
I would guess with the long tail instead of black.
And these look like turkey vultures in the air. You can see the characteristic wobble.
Yeah.
And back to whoever this heron is, I don't know who.
Supposed to be looking inside. Steven's like, you're not really gonna wear that, are you? I'm like, yeah, I am. Nobody's with me.
I don't have with me the very most powerful lens I have, unfortunately. Not quite set up there. Okay, let's go back to the raptors and then we may go inside. Crowd is thinning out a little bit here. Let's go back to E3 a bit.
Which means that they then have chicks with spotted owls, so they have a mixture between the species, which could be sterile, but the majority of hybrids are hybrid. So yeah, but it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I've been wondering right along what E3 would look like
So barn owls in the wild,
after a molt or two.
but in captivity,
See how he, what his adult appearance would be.
Yeah. In the wild? In the wild, yeah. I think it's 10 to 15. Do you know why it's so much harder in the wild than it is in captivity?
Yeah, a lot of them though, most of them aren't like
What about, can they get sick?
yeah.
So the thing is that birds can get sick immediately in the wild, and they can also be preyed on. Bigger owls. Just bigger owls. The great horned owl is actually a main predator of barn owls because
They don't like it.
the great horned owl will literally eat anything that's smaller than itself or their size.
Isn't that?
Yeah. A great horned owl I took care of for a while actually was brought in because she attacked his stomach. Not this one, a larger one. Yeah. That's a great horned owl. They're the only predator these days. Yeah. So what also brings down the average of longevity for birds in the wild is because the majority of hatchlings do not live past the first year. It brings down the average so soon. Okay, that's true. You know everything.
Yeah, the shield study.
Yeah.
Like 3 months.
They're very cool, right? This guy does it Yeah, whenever he's in the room with one of his friends and we throw some food in,
Well, and the rehab.
so do you know what he's sleeping right now? He's pretty good with the daylight.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
So think about more what he's trying to look like rather than what he's trying to look at.
Somebody shot.
So the thing is that the reason why his eyes are still a little open is it's because he's trying to look at us and see if we're but he squints his eyes that he looks like obviously not really working. But yeah, he probably could. But he'll mostly look at me because I am the largest threat. Because one, I am right here. And two, I also control. He's over 20. So we got him in 1995, which is the year I was born. Yeah. So we've had him for 20 years. That's when he was brought in, and he's
Interesting to see.
about 30.
Beautiful.
So he was more like a young bird when he was brought in because he was hit by a car, so probably didn't
You can see it shrink in size as it looked up where it's brighter.
He's non-releasable, and that's
At least I
because
thought that's what I saw.
here. Let me see all this stuff. What does it look like? Here's over here. Young bird.
The great blue heron.
That's down. The majority
I don't see it any
of
longer.
the down. That's pretty silent.
I don't know if it's walked out of my view or if it flew out of view.
No, try again. You're close. You're getting there.
Barn owl over it.
Can I tell you? He doesn't have a wing. Because I was wondering why it was sticking out. No wing.
I think she just said that it lost a wing.
His wing is right here. Look, over here.
The other side, it's missing its
So
right
what
wing.
happens is when people throw their food outside their car when they're driving, it'll attract like small mammals. And then the mammals get hit by the birds and birds say, hey, free dinner. And they go in and they in turn get hit by cars because their eyes are so sensitive to the light and they will get hurt.
Hello there, how are you?
You know what I'm saying?
I would be, yeah. Especially with the screech owls, because they can be more friendly to people. Our two screech owls we got as adults, and they were very, very aggressive because they were very threatening. Because we have so few birds and we don't want such a large population, it's hard to tell. The few that we have were all brought to us as full adults, so it's hard to guess their age, but we know that they're very,
It's starting to
they're
rain,
better because they're just like, but anyway, they're very tested to people.
so maybe our timing is about
At
right.
the same time, they are threatened because
We're going to head inside soon,
they view us as
maybe back to the car.
Yeah, no way. It's very cool. What I think though is that if you look, that's a great horned owl over there, and he's a male, which means he's smaller. So all birds are reverse sexually dimorphic, which means that the females
yeah,
are like.
he has a very unique color.
Sometimes it's a lot more noticeable, but obviously they're like humans. They have like different sizes. So he's small for a male bird.
Let's look at the Eurasian owl, which is back out. The vocalizations of the American goldfinches.
Was he a pet? Donated or brought in?
He was bred in captivity and then donated. Actually wasn't good for breeding. He's commonly bred for the movie business, so he might not have been trainable. I had some trouble with that. If you won't do anything, don't worry. He's a little strong-willed.
Hearing blue jays also.
They're very close. They're closely related to a great horned owl. That's a great horned owl over there, right across from us. And this is much bigger. It's the Eurasian eagle owl.
Eagle owl. How do their feet? I guess if they don't live around here.
It's going to be greater, but not that much greater. It's not like proportional. No, they don't live around here. They live in Europe and Asia.
Yeah. Look at that. I love its colors. Brown.
The eyes.
Really beautiful. Oh,
And look at its ears.
my goodness.
Those aren't actually its ears.
Ear tufts, yeah. There's feathers.
And I've seen them a few times now, so it's not quite a striking. I can only imagine. Oh, I remember what it was like the first time I saw one.
What's that called?
This one.
The ear tuft. The feathers. The ear that I want down in his eye. You can't really put it in this little hole.
Your mom is doing a very good job. No.
Yeah. Is that the whale stamp? Do you want the yellow one? No, Josh? You want the white ones?
Yeah. All of the vocalizations are her trying to talk to
And how did this one come here?
Bred in captivity.
This one was, we just heard, he was bred.
It was one that, it was never wild. It was always, people had it, they bred it, and living with
Pretty cool, huh?
and then someone gave it to them. What do you see over there?
Oops. Lucy's outside.
It's usually a highlight. What kind of owl is that?
Eurasian eagle owl.
That's owl poop. Quite formidable. That's just the color, I guess.
Yeah, she's a little perturbed and it's a little brave for people.
What are you talking about?
That's why he's following.
Oh, here's something new.
I will. Just after I get
Pardon me. No, that's okay.
upper bodies. So they have these very short talons that they're used for hunting. What do you guys think would happen if I didn't have this one? She's kind of holding on to my area.
Talons would cut your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, why is right on that?
This is it. I can guess.
Yeah, very nice. No, this is an eastern screech owl. Sawwhite's will be a little
Did you hear that?
smaller and they won't have the ear ties.
Eastern screech owl. I was looking the other way.
They're still like pretty small on their tails.
We'll move. So we need to get a bit of
Did you go get Hannah a runner? Okay, good.
see if we can improve things a bit.
Oh, nice to meet you, Olivia.
Yeah.
I love Eddie and all.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go inside and see if there's something up there that open.
Okay, well, nice seeing you. Nice meeting you.
Yep, I was right. Cute owl.
I'm sure we'll see you again.
Yeah.
No, it happened because
Cute little owl. closer if we can.
Night, dusk, they're out. Especially someone this small.
And I don't know if there's a reason why it's looking away, or maybe it just happens to be looking away. Let's look from this angle at E3. One of my favorites. If you saw the anniversary video,
It's funny because
it's that photo of the handler sticking her tongue out at E3 last year.
Because when they brought her in, she...
And he happens to be looking, you know,
What type of bird was it?
right back at her.
Yeah. Olivia knows. Olivia's like, yeah, there.
Yeah. Their eyes are so much bigger than the rest of them, too.
Yeah. So the analogy that we like to use is that we had eyes that were proportionally large as our raptors, but our eyes were too big.
You know, we see, I suspect, the easy part, relatively easy part. There's, I imagine, quite a bit of training involved. It's not simply, you know, sign up to hold these birds on your hand. There's got to be training, and you have to know how to handle them. So they're to be admired for all the work they do.
From this side, so this is the side of her face right in there, including a very serious permanent eye. The wildlife hospital in general is Raptor Center and captivity, I think I'd have to double check that.
While you're looking there,
No, that's quite deceptive. They're actually making whinnying sounds. Yeah, so I can't quite do that.
I don't even have binoculars in there.
But I can tell you it sounds like a cute whinny. So no screeching. I don't know, the story that I've heard is that somebody was hearing a screech, like a screeching owl, like perhaps like a Chino owl. I don't really quite know what kind of owl is that? This is distance screech owl.
Yeah, he's around 80 to 60 grams. Okay, that's a lot higher than what and they put
They're full of spelling wrong.
it may not be live.
Yeah. Clean it up for coffee.
Let's see if I can find out.
Yeah, we sometimes do. We know what we feed them. Usually with the raptor centers. We don't do it quite often, but like sometimes with our programs.
Out in the wild, what's their main diet?
Males are swallowing. They also eat birds, and they'll take insects like grasshopper. They'll also take crayfish. Pretty like wide range. They're mostly active at night. Yeah, they love wooded areas. Somewhere with a lot of trees. We can find them in our own footprint.
unless they're
Yeah, they nest in cavities too. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, our signal is bad here. Let's just sell this to us.
Yeah. And there's just something
Or looking over your shoulder. So you think that the birds here, if they get to know individual handlers by their voices,
so I've been with the Raptor Center for about 3.5 years now, recently. And I'd say that it's my experience with the raptors. They used to having certain people handle them. Like I'm used to presenting the red-tailed hawks, and so she's quite comfortable on the glove with me, but like with other people, she's a little bit. There are certain people that score.
E3 you're referring to?
No, I'm used to a different bird named Eleanor. He's the recent addition to the family. So I haven't worked with him quite as much.
His story, unfortunate story.
Yeah, he's quite famous for it. It's wonderful that he has
The reason I came out here today.
Are you kidding? Yeah. Well, you know,
And this is just a bonus to getting to meet the other birds.
yeah, I'm quite good friends with
like, you know, Christine Fontaine? No, or like Cindy and Carl.
I know Laura Cully. I've met her a few times. Speaking of but I watch on the internet. I like the live broadcast. You know, I was watching the camera of the parents when that came down. And
It's such a nice study break for me when I was, you know, just like around prelim time, you know, just to kind of turn on the next. Hi.
I do it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I like have like a little window open, like, you know, you can kind of make it smaller and put it in the corner. Yeah, this is Rosie. She's our Cornell I can't quite tell you because we got her when she was an adult and she's been with us for Hey everyone! Tell a little bit about Rosie's story since we have
I'm showing live as far as I can tell.
Someone was driving the so luckily she was brought to the wildlife hospital. But when they took a look at her eye, although it remained intact, it was quite serious and permanent. So what they did was they took Rosie, they took care of her until her eye was doing a bit better, and then they called up the Raptor Center and asked if we had room for another Eastern Screech, which we did.
Okay, we're going to go inside.
We had room for an Eastern Screech, so we took her. And so
I just wanted to confirm that we're live.
Canceling on the class and getting used to it. She came with us out on our education program. So she's been an ambassador for this, and she's quite lovely. She's one of my favorite birds right now. She's usually a great fan favorite for kids and also people who aren't so comfortable with birds. It's nice because she's very small and non-intimidating. And really interesting.
Cute little one.
The Eastern Screech Owl? Yeah, so they're found in our own backyard. Yeah. So,
I think I just heard a woodpecker.
yeah, the whinnying sound. Yeah. Yes, these are your screech owls. So, they're found across the eastern North America? No. Unfortunately, we can't. So, although they're handled and trained to be on gloves, they're still wild animals, and we saw that mutual respect for each other. So, we won't touch them, just like
I am. We're trying to anyway, and I think it's going through. Oh, welcome. Do you have a chat name or no?
yeah, so it's just got the
Join in, de-lurk, and say hello.
So
I do enjoy it, and I do appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad you
we
do.
aren't actually
Montezuma.
Pretty soon.
Enjoy that very much.
Well, thank you.
Your hot air balloon ride, that was fun too.
That was a lot of fun. I kind of wish it were longer, but you know, I wasn't the pilot.
Around Can I go this way to hit that trail that goes around?
Well, ordinarily, no. I don't know if they've opened up that gate or not. But there's a gate over here.
Yeah, there is a class for high school students though.
I don't know if that's open, so the answer may be no.
So I should go this way?
High school
Yeah, that's
students
probably the best way.
working with wildlife medicine or raptor husbandry or propagation. It's a good way for them to get experience and kind of see the kinds of things that a raptor center would do.
Is there information online?
Yeah, definitely. So if you Google Cornell
Picture with the owl. All right.
Oh, really? Oh, so here. I love
Okay.
that.
Stand a little to the side a little bit. Now
Let's make our way back
So
inside.
before I go put back Rosie and take out another picture. Of course.
You know what? While we're here, let's go somewhere we don't normally go. Because it is, well, we actually are allowed ourselves to go here, but ordinarily most people are not.
So?
And you can see this is actually closed off. They don't want anyone going this way, so I guess I hadn't seen that when we were asked if someone could go this way. I guess it's all closed off. Excuse me. Don't normally get this look.
어떤 영상을
Oh, I see a great blue heron.
树，那不是有一段树吗？那就是啄木鸟啄的洞，然后把象本塞在里面，一个洞一个象本。
With all the lily pads, it's hard to see them. Do you see the great blue heron?
I don't.
You see the island there. Look to the right of it. And it's back a little bit from it. It's hard to see because of the coloring.
Yeah.
And I see another one. If you look straight out, now you have to go way beyond that strip of land and go almost as far as you can see, almost to the tree line. There's another one in the distance. If you want,
I never see that one.
I'll show you. Let me just get it here.
Oh yeah.
See it?
Yep. That's cool.
Are there two there? Is that a second one? There might be a second one there. I don't know.
可以啊，好多
Thank
树
you.
上水里。
You're welcome. There is a second one there. One second here.
Oh yeah. I see
Right. Yeah. Right.
behind the
Right
log
there
over
behind it.
I lost my
Hold on.
chart.
Let me just lock it in. Okay.
Ah,
There are two. There's one there and one there.
yeah. That's cool. I saw one here.
There. Yeah. I see the one there. So we've seen 3 so far. Not bad. It's hard to hold it still so far away. But definitely, there are 2 there.
Usually there are a couple.
I don't know. I mean, for all I know, you've got an adult and a young one there.
Oh, okay.
And this one here, I'd have to go back and look at it. It looked like an adult.
In winter they will stay here.
I'm sorry? Oh, winter? No.
You fly to the south.
It's my understanding that they'll go as far as they need to find food. As long as they have food, okay, they can stay. But so I mean, they can't have water that's this will freeze over.
Yes.
And so they can't, they can't stay here. But I guess they'll only go as far as they have to go. So I mean, once they get to open water or something like that,
Sure.
that's what I understand.
Sure. They should get food from the water.
Pardon me?
Get food from water.
Right. They'll eat fish, frogs. I think.
Shrimps.
Sure. Anything small enough, I guess. I don't know what they won't eat, but anything like that.
Mom, what's in this?
Cool.
This.
It really is. Let's see if we can.
你要看，
Under
记
it.
得再看到，这是看什么的？看有像一欢一样很大的。
Roots like a tree, and they go down into the
看得见吗？
and
可以
then
看
they
它那个
fly
距离挺远，
stuff in.
And the other one that's closer by. Can you see it? Just there's one,
Yes,
and then there's
yes.
another one there.
Yes.
Can you see it? There's one here, and then there's one here, almost behind that tree.
Some of those sounds
Great blue heron.
Free for him.
Great blue heron. And then there's another one over there.
You have to wait.
Here, I'll show you.
能看见吗？这个。
你看，这个相机上。Oh, very clear.
Oh,
See it?
Yes, yes.
I see it. Straight. It blends into the water kind of.
It does, because you have all these lily pads, and it's not very it's not a bright sunny day or clear day, so that's why it's hard to see.
So they live under the water.
Pardon me?
They live under the water.
The leaves? Oh, they live? No. They stay above water, but they hunt for fish, frogs. I don't know what else. I mean, they'll even any other invertebrates that are here in the water. They'll go after those too.
yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
也有很多，其实
不确定。
对不对？有很多，但是呢，
那里有一只。
Now there's also, I don't see one now, but there are green herons here at the pond also, and they're a lot smaller than the great blue herons.
哪个树杈？中间那个岛屿，然后上
可能把那水下面的草扒一扒。
哦，没看到。中间那个岛屿，树杈上面，最上面的那个树杈，左边的，左边的，马来小一只鸟，看到？
Oh, sure.
这搞你很上的嘞，看得到。
当天水一深，然后诺就跑不动了。
Can you see it?
Can you see the great blue heron right there?
Uh-huh.
And there are two more way over there. And we can look at those in a moment. Let's see if we can look at those. Where are they? Where'd they go? Uh-oh. It's starting to rain.
Raining.
These will be harder to see, unfortunately.
漂亮，没看到声音。
哦，太牛。
Okay. You see, there's one there. There's one right there. Do you see it?
Uh-huh.
And then, almost behind the tree, there's another one right there. But it's hard. It seems to be looking away, so it's hard for us to really see it very well.
Do you know anything about these kinds of birds? Did you learn about them in school? I know you had a bird day last year. No?
I think it's time to head inside.
Landon.
With the rain, or at least under cover. And here's some cover. Pardon me?
Go home.
Let's see if there's anything else we can see while we're here.
It's a simple video camera, I guess, with just the powerful zoom.
Pretty much, yeah. And I'm just recording with both of them. They're two cameras.
You're recording.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see a green heron. If you want to take a look, I'll show you. This one's more distant, so it's going to be harder to see. You see it right there? Do you see it? Right there.
Oh, now I do. I can move. Yeah.
A lot smaller than the great blue heron.
Yeah. I don't know how you spotted that.
Well, you get used to looking for them, and oh. You get used to looking for them, and when you're looking for them specifically, you know, yeah, you're not really.
You can see the pattern. That was a giant bird.
It's a large bird. I'm not quite sure what the wingspan is, but it's.
It looks like 6 feet.
Yeah, I think it is about that.
And then it looked like there is bubbles coming to the surface from a pond. Is that methane or something, or?
I have no idea. It could be just as vegetable matter decays.
Okay.
Maybe it releases gas.
Yeah.
It could be any number of things. It could be just air bubbles that were trapped and released.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows?
green herons, blue herons. Is there anything else around here?
Well,
As far as like herons go.
well, I know I've seen on a couple occasions, no, only one myself here, I've seen an American bittern.
Oh, uh-huh.
They're
Just like
in
an
that
heron.
same family overall, I believe. And I'm not sure if other types of herons have been found here. I don't know, for instance, if there's ever been is it black-crowned night heron? I don't know, but I don't know if others have been seen. I know I haven't seen them, but like I said, I've seen the bittern, and I've seen mainly green and blue herons. Great blue.
Okay, you're right there.
When the heron was flying off, I heard almost like a duck quacking.
Well, it's
Heron, or is it ducks?
No, it was the great blue heron, and it's referred when it's described as a cronk. That's its call, and
So it's very similar to like a goose or a duck.
it depends on how you're hearing it. I mean, if you hear it clearly and when it's facing you, it sounds quite a bit different.
That is a giant.
Oh yeah, that's I believe that's a golden eagle,
That is a giant.
You're correct. Yeah, that's
and it's pardon me, and it's larger than a bald eagle, but it's beautiful.
Amazingly big.
It is raining. Would you like to put your raincoat on?
Here, so he just arrived. Thank you.
Hey guys, step back, okay? Everyone step back. Give Esther lots of room. Oh, careful. Yep, everyone step back. There we go.
What a beautiful bird. That we always know. We may not always know the species, but we know they're beautiful. Let's walk over and see. I guess that eagle's name is Esther. I didn't know that. I don't know who names these birds.
We lost him.
Excuse me. And by the way, I want to make very, very, very clear. I'm making no commentary on the name. I mean, with a name like Ferris, I can't say anything.
Are you volunteering?
Yeah.
You're cool.
You know, in the past we've seen Esther before, but never from this angle. Never had the opportunity. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything to clean the lens off if it's necessary.
She's in her aviary.
Let's see if we can change our angle a bit. Oh, we also have a hybrid we've seen before. He's now here. And E3 is still there. E3 is just a little bit more than a year old, but he's an old pro.
Interesante, ¿no? Esto puede dar una buena todo. Sí.
Which means that she believes she's going to be and associates herself. So she's not yeah, she's pretty friendly. She's good at programs. She likes
Because somebody said they weren't leading walk. All right, well, if you see them, tell them they can get your face.
Are you leaving? Or are you, oh, you just take a picture. Yeah.
I was here. You're my witness.
Wow.
I'm too focused on how much I
That's probably a lot.
I have to find someone.
Oops. How about that? Oh, thank you. Hearing some Canada geese overhead.
They certainly can be breeding activity, but
Two of them, yeah.
Oh, you mean the person?
We've actually been out here longer than I anticipated, but they've rotated in some birds. It is starting raining, so I think we're going to head inside. Let's get this right here. Well, first of all, I got to do one thing. Alright. Oh, I just heard a belted kingfisher. I can't see it, but it's there. Oh, we've got a Harris hawk coming out.
Excuse me, guys, sorry.
And there it is. Quite a few activities. I may lose you all again because of the signal in here. It's always been bad. I'm collapsing my tripod a bit so it doesn't hurt anybody. I don't know how complete the mural is. It's, at the very least, getting there. But I don't believe it's finished. Let's do our best to take a look at it. From this angle. Maybe we'll go upstairs, but I suspect I'll lose it up there. truly beautiful, and just the fact that someone's able to paint them on there just amazes me. I see them working. I come in here and I see them working on things, and it's just unbelievable, really. Quick look in here, see if there's anyone or anything we know. Give you a sense of what's going on here. And we're not stopping at the exhibits, maybe at all. We've been up here a few times.
I got you. No, not right now. When we go back down, we can go. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, there's some more.
They have some yet to fill in and color in. I think what they're doing. Don't worry about me.
No, I'm just fascinated by your rings.
I suspect that what they're doing is like they've got things in place and they'll remove that, for instance, and then paint in what they need to paint. Some of this work is just unreal. And look at this. No, just recording and recording because I like the views, the two different views. At every bird, closely. And obviously, this is nothing current right here. Look at the detail. Let's get you on the tripod and hold steady. At that. Imagine yourself painting it. All the color changes, all the detail you have to follow. I don't think I could do it. I just don't have the patience for it, even if I have the talent, which I don't. I'm sorry. see things like this, and you just see the lab in general. And granted, it's not like this every day in terms of crowds, but it's just nice to know that people appreciate this sort of thing. And you know, we're here every week. And it's nice to be a part of it all the time. I mean, we're not just you know, once in a while visitors. I'm here just on occasion. Let's go to the next spot. And I think we'll head downstairs. We've seen actually the pond pretty well, and I don't think it's worth going to the windows right now, especially because there are a bunch of people there, and I'd rather let them have the view, especially because they are most likely the occasional visitors, not the regulars like we are. But again, the level of detail. Did I just overhear that the creatures in shade, such as this one, I may have just heard that they are extinct, and that's why they are in shade like that. They're not going to be filled in or anything with color. That makes sense. But we did see some things that look like they're just work not yet complete. Just so you know, I have to be very mindful of the time because we're going to have to end the tour early. As I mentioned last week, I have an event to attend tonight, and I have to travel back and get set for it. Wherever. It's really an open house. They are allowing people through certain areas, not all. Excuse me.
Amazing.
In terms of lab people, that we know. We've seen Miyoko, but we haven't seen anybody else that we know. Such as Mary, Victoria. Doesn't mean they're not here, it just means we haven't seen them. But they might not be. I don't know.
No creo que podamos poder.
We may do things a little differently today. Maybe we won't go with method 2 at all. We may stay with method 3 and no cart. Haven't decided yet. If it's kind of rainy, I'd kind of rather not deal with all that stuff. Outside, back to the patio again, see if anything new is going on, and then I think we'll either walk or I may need to go back to the car to pick up some things, and maybe we'll take a little break. I see the spectacle owl is back out. And again, it's great to see, that there's so many people here interested. You wonder, what is everyone's interest? Why are they here? But it's great to see them for whatever reason.
Come to my backyard. I've got too many mice. Crawl inside. Well, they crawl. Okay. That's good.
We still have the golden eagle is out.
I'm sorry.
And that's okay. And I didn't see.
I'm gonna scoot over here.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Thanks. So she's actually a falcon. Oh, okay. She's a number of different species. So she's kind of a trickster bird. She's half peregrine, a quarter gyrfalcon, and a quarter sleeper falcon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So she was bred for the purpose of a falcon. So she's bred with peregrine with gyrfalcon for their size. Sleeper falcon is very bigger hybrid. Actually, it's a great combination because the size of the gyrfalcon, but then the resistance to immunity to
Lost the other camera. I suspect the battery died.
Yeah, she's quite lovely.
Let's see if we can do something about it.
She's our special girl. She was once a falcon bird, and once the falcon retired, she was donated for a program in education.
Very close.
Yeah, very close. Yeah, so she couldn't be released in the wild because of her special breeding. This is a hybrid. If she were to go into quite potentially retired, she could
Okay, we had a reset for some reason. I hope I didn't lose everything I recorded. It's a distinct possibility.
She's one of the famous and also people who fear her. She's very beautiful. You guys
Again, I may have lost everything that I've recorded. I'm not sure. I hope not, but it's possible. A couple geese on the water and a couple more coming in. I can hear them and see them.
But if they take her oh yeah. No. Like how do they get her back? You never let her off. With the falcon. I don't know. They have enough confidence that she will come back.
Let's go take another final look at E3, and then I think, and maybe other birds as we go along the way, and I think then we'll head towards the car, and maybe a break, and maybe a change of equipment. I'm not sure yet.
She's a hybrid of what? Again.
What are we doing? Hanging out? Yeah. So their wings are more pointy. These guys they are more soaring birds. So if you look at their wings, they're more pointy and they're broader. And that just helps them catch air currents that help them soar in the sky. This is a red-tailed hawk. So if you look at his tail, you can see that beautiful red color. They usually get that between their first and second year. Ready, Dad? Have a good day, sir. Yeah,
I'm really Are the hawks all kept together, or do they get territorial? How do they get when they go home tonight? How do you keep them?
Yeah, so each bird has their own individual rooms that we keep them in. We don't usually keep birds together unless we have barred owls that we keep together, but they're used to being together. So those are fine, but usually we give each bird their own.
How do they do in a situation like this where they might be close together? Do they ever have...
They're usually pretty good about it, actually. They're very accustomed to being around people, being around other birds, especially at the barns where we perch them outside every week. Yeah, so that they can get some nice air and weather, enjoy the weather outside. And they're usually pretty, we put them in one area, so they're around each other. Yeah, so they're used to a lot of things.
He's looking at something.
Yeah, he's been very curious all day.
A little scared.
He's tan and trim.
Sorry?
He's tan and trim. He looks great.
Yeah.
That's from the time outside.
He looks so evil.
This is E3. He is a red-tailed hawk. You see his tail. So he's only about a little more than a year old. So his eye color is a little cooler. So as they age, that eye color will turn to an eventual dark brown.
Unbelievable how stable or how it can hold his face or head.
Southwest of the United States, like Mexico, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona, that whole desert.
You just move his body, but his head.
That looks crazy.
Yeah.
So is that I guess that's a feature for hunting, so you still
very bright. That's when they're looking at separates.
It's very interesting. Actually, chickens have it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it couldn't be hunted, but something that is conserved.
Yeah.
Or is that like even artificial anything? They normally have very similar style. He's very successful.
That is a That is a screech owl.
And what is that?
That is a barred owl. Do you have any favorites?
26. celebrated, I forget how long ago. He's up there.
The middle one, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. Whale, too. Whale? Whale.
Well, we can't. Esther's tail.
I can tell it's a red tail when it's
Could.
high in the sky.
So usually, based on their size, you can kind of
My friend always knows and I never know. It's really upsetting.
Also, these guys are pretty common around here. So if you see any popping shape in the sky, it's probably going
Bald
to be
eagle in the air, sunny.
They soar over my yard really a lot.
The sun is coming right through a little bit through its white tail. It's gorgeous. Unfortunately, it was pretty tiny.
Yeah, so this bird was injured. His wing got caught in a greenhouse vent. So unfortunately, it didn't quite heal as well as the Joshua liked. So he's unreleasable. This bird next to us, he is actually fully flighted, but he was born in captivity. He's imprinted. So if we were to release him into the wild, he would come to us, or any human just trying to look for food, which we don't want that. So he's also not 96, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. 96 to 97.
The name of the bird is a Harris?
That's a Harris
hog.
This is a red-tailed hawk.
A red-tailed
This
hawk?
is a red-tailed hawk. That's a Harris hawk.
Cool. So what's the difference in how they go about their lives, Harris and red-tail?
Okay, yeah. So Harris hawks are very interesting birds in that they actually hunt in groups. They live in groups as well. About 7 up to 7 birds. They're very social, which makes them very popular falcon groups because they're already socialized. They know how to work together.
That's amazing.
Whereas these guys, they're more solitary. They mate. They have one mate. They usually keep that mate unless something goes wrong. But if they have an unsuccessful hatch, or if one of the pair dies, they will find another mate. Whereas Harris hawks, they are actually known to have polygamous relationships and other polyandry and the other terms that I'm not really familiar. But yeah, they're not.
You can't use it during an election.
No.
Yeah, so it's interesting because they're polygamous yet they hunt alone. Is that what you're saying?
These guys are polygamous and they hunt together.
So they actually live in communities of up to 7 people. They're a matriarchal society
7
too.
birds?
Yeah, so they're
Birds are people too.
They're an interesting bird.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yours is red tail.
This is a red tail.
And red tails hunt alone.
Yeah.
And red tails have one mate.
Usually they will keep that one.
Interesting. And otherwise, do they have the same approach to hunting?
Oh, actually, because can you go over off your hawk?
Yeah. So
Do your hawk lecture.
So these guys are part of the group known as the Buteo group. So they're more of the soaring hawks. So you can tell by his rounded wings and his broad tail, it helps him catch the air current. And usually these guys will either soar in the sky and look for prey down below, or sit in. They're very patient, or sit in trees and look for prey that way. And then once they find something, they'll kind of swoop down and catch it. Whereas these guys.
Yeah, so they're actually Carabuteos, so they're in the same general family. As you can see, he has the same long, broader tail and very broad wings, so they are designed for soaring. But part of their adaptive mechanism is because they're such a social bird, they'll actually prefer to wait and be more opportunistic, and so they'll have a mechanism called stooping, where they'll actually have one of the larger birds stand on the ground, and the birds stand on top of each other on shoulders, and they can have up to 3 or 4 birds in a stack, and they'll all be looking different directions for prey, and then they'll swoop down from their cactus or whatever rocky ledge they're on onto the prey, and then they team up and they'll have 4 or 5 individuals involved in the hunt.
And they'll all share the food.
Yeah.
Wow. They must live longer.
In the wild, they live around 10 years in captivity, 20 to 30.
And what about in the wild for this one?
It's similar. It's very similar.
Really?
In the teens.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would think the social one would do better because they eat more and so on.
It's weird because I mean, they all have different adaptive mechanisms that work for their particular environments, especially since they live in a very desert, arid environment. So their prey is a lot more scarce and it's smaller. So they're going to have a lot less opportunity. They're not going to waste as much energy as a buteo in an area like this where they can fly around searching for food. When it's rare, they're going to put a lot more effort into conserving their time and waiting and being more
okay.
No, yeah, so they're southwestern United States, Central America, so Mexico, Texas.
Wow. How do you do with the temperatures?
They have red-tailed hawks and
very well. You can see like
the same variety.
pumping up because normally
they're just all over
outside during the winter. But we have like heating and stuff, so he's in his environment, but he'll get a lot more down. Especially like even in the winter.
This is E3. Yep.
I haven't seen him since last year's thing
He's
here.
dressed up in red.
Yeah.
Less down in the summer.
Yeah, I saw him last year right at this event, so wow.
We're so proud of him. We're so proud of him.
Oh, no kidding.
No, it's true. It was the morning thinking about it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Here, it depends on the species because we do have a lot of native, and we also have the spectral owl over there in South America from the Vancouver. So it really depends on what type of bird we're talking about. We have different areas.
Yeah, I was attacked with
He's beautiful.
Well, yeah.
because they were building
We also have now building a
right outside our house.
freestanding flying aviary.
And he seems like a real pro.
Absolutely. We have this last year, in a huge space where we have
He knew what he was doing.
wild out like this. We'll train them on like
And they were very protective of their
But so
nest
this is a huge free flying aviary. We can just
I thought I smelled a banana.
to some other predator.
I was like, boy,
right next to it, right now.
No, it must have been something else.
Yeah, no, we're really lucky with all the resources that Cornell Lab of Ornithology. It's a great place for
Look at this.
Uh-oh. Maybe he's tired. He probably is.
No, he's still on his
the celebrity tours.
We kind of just kept
Twice a year, and it's not too much.
practically a celebrity figure, so we were like, if we change his name, that might be a little confusing,
Exactly. A lot of times, like with a non-releasable, we won't bring him out
Around,
because he's
see
so
what's
famous.
going on. I don't know. Seems like we're hearing some vocalizations from the Canada geese. Don't know what's going on. For those of you who didn't hear the news earlier in the week, apparently Sweetie continues to do well as he heals from his surgery. I don't. Oh, I see another one. There was one on that big stone that Deb Heron likes to stand on, but everybody just took off. I was not rude, so I think maybe it was one of you. One of you must have said something. And I'll excuse it this time. So, all right, let's. I think it's time for us to move on a bit, and maybe we'll take a walk. Maybe we'll take a walk with just the equipment we have. I don't know. Definitely good to see E3 doing well.
Okay. All right. I'll just wait here for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, New Yorker.
No, rainforest
We'll make our way. Excuse me.
Remember my little portrait I had?
Make our way through. have to say, the Raptor program really does a great job. And absolutely credit to Dr. Parks and to the students.
I was thinking doing a migratory
Yeah, I think that's the last one.
Oh no, I can get it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Come on up. You know, we're gonna stay with this equipment. You know what? I changed my mind. I got this camera hanging from my neck, and it's gonna get heavier.